Our consciousness is connected to our aura, which is our natural human biorhythm. It's connected to our chakras. Our consciousness is omnipresent, just like us. It's constantly in motion, just like us. Our aura, our chakras, our breath, our blood. It is impossible for an aura to be one color. The colors of the aura are created from the light energies through and from our chakras, our meridian, our auric bodies, and consciousness, as well as the natural elements around us. The first level of consciousness, there isn't a lot of original thoughts or guidance. The mind is busy and stuck in the mundane environment. You feel limited. You are limited. Your belief in spirituality is unreal, and you feel that those who are spiritual are illusional. Once you realize that this isn't life, and break the limitation and break the societal viewpoint. Usually this happens after you've been beaten up for too long or dragged out. You enter into a second level of consciousness when you realize that the physical and societal reality is not living your purpose or bringing you fulfillment. The second level of consciousness, you begin to pay attention to that little feeling inside. You find your own awareness and you begin to pay attention to it. And you look at the outside world, your environment, and happenings with a whole new monitor, the meridian. The more you pay attention to it and connect with it, the more connected and intuitive you become. You begin to move into a third state of consciousness. In the third level of consciousness, you become very sensitive to your own energies and spirit. You become with them and start cultivating them, fighting the distractions around you. Within the mind, you begin to crave spirituality. Your energy bodies, the meridian, chakras, the aura, start to regenerate and balance to the point of reawakening your passions, your love, sexual energy, creative energy, and you begin to connect with others. The fourth level of consciousness, you begin to experience that you can change your thought and life and come into touch with your own unique spirit and all the gifts that you have. You no longer allow negativity and create an easier life with more routine in life duties. You start to create an automatic life that fits for you. Fifth level of consciousness, you begin to balance your physical life and spiritual life. You seek comfort and spirit, and you begin to share your gifts with others. You feel your spirituality in your being, in your atoms, and you start to be present. Enlightenment keeps you motivated, and the universe becomes your positive force. Your spiritual and physical life start to physically change, and you begin to live the life you want. You become truer and more connected to you, to your higher self, and you start to have a purposeful living. Sixth level of consciousness, you merge to create a community of spirit and consciousness. Spiritual relationships take place, and you seek to awaken those that are asleep. You understand that they are trying to express. You can sense their spirit. You begin to see life simply and are able to give that guidance to others. You live your life with the universe, following spiritual cravings, hunches, guidance, visions, dreams. The seventh level of consciousness connects with people psychically and for good reason to help them. You understand the spirit in nature and what surrounds you. You know you're evolving. The eighth level of consciousness, you become a spirit, a servant of spirit. You are aware that you are part of making our world a better place. You don't fall to distractions. Messages to teach and spread start to enlighten you. The ninth level of consciousness, you see yourself as one with the universe. You are a healer, seer, a mystic, clairvoyant, a prophet, an incredible gifted spirit that all around you come to know. Tenth level of consciousness, you live in your own spiritual universe and understand the evolutionary change taking place. You become a cosmic being and pure consciousness for our planet. You become a healing frequency. The 11th level of consciousness brings force, manifestation, being able to connect and command, the manipulation of powers and energy, not just for yourself, but for the universe. You become a manifester of the good. You are now aware of everything inside of you and outside of you. The 12th level of consciousness connects humans to the divine selves. They become one with their spirit. They begin to imagine, create, live a life with full wholeness, sustenance, and security. They created a life with where they are that keeps them happy, content, and always moving forward in a positive way. When they hear spirit. There is no confusion of the interaction between spirit and consciousness, as well as human thought and frequencies. Your interpretation to life is connected to a consciousness. Not only is it connected to a consciousness, but it is fully manifesting in form. We also have spirit consciousness, ghost consciousness, negative consciousness, universal laws of consciousness, natural consciousness. There are many ways consciousness exists. We choose by our perceptions and how we view things, connect with things, and experience things, by what consciousness we connect to. You can always change your level of consciousness. But if you look at your life, you will be able to connect with one of the consciousnesses that have been spoken about in this recording. Some will be working with more than one of these consciousnesses. Remember, we have many different bodies. The aura can hold and holds 12 auric bodies. Each one of those auric bodies is a separate consciousness of their own.